Politics and property. Politicians have always interfered in property, mostly for the worst. Let's take it from when I started off in property in 2010. We'd just been through the credit crunch. And yes, there was more of a bank problem and the economy had crashed. So not particularly influenced by politics, but just around 2012, maybe even 13, 14, when the property market started to pick up and you saw that sort of house prices go up again. We came along to 2016, which is when the referendum hit. That's when the Brexit vote happened in favour of Brexiting, and Brexit fever took over the economy and the house market as well, and that came up flat as well. At the same time, George Osborne introduced Section 24, which was basically when you cannot deduct mortgages or the mortgage interest as an expense, as a deductible expense from your profits, which means you're then taxed on your gross rental. That also sent shivers down the property industry, and everyone got busy with Brexit and coping with the new sort of Section 24 rules. A lot of the larger landlords with probably 8, 10 properties or more started to incorporate their portfolios in different ways. So that was 2016, 2019. Obviously, then COVID hit, which was, again, not politicians' fault. However, they did prop up the property market in 2021 and 2022 with all the furlough schemes, the bounce back loans. So that was a great time, and they actually affected property in a positive way. But it was kind of all the extra money in the economy. Again, politicians interfering. However, it was for the better of the people and helped people cope during the worst times and during the pandemic. A lot of quantitative easing, a lot of money in the market, and that's where property markets went to a new inflationary high. And then came Liz Truss, politics again, and her rules around the growth of the British economy, but not actually an unfunded growth plan, sent the economy down in shivers, reduced, I think, the Britain credit rating from a AAA rating down as well. All in all, I think Britain lost a lot of credibility in the global finance market, and that sent interest rates skyrocketing to about 5%, 5.25 eventually. But mortgages were at about 7, 8, 9% at that point, or well over and above the base rate of around 5%. And now, yet again, Labour interfering with landlords again, making it impossible for landlords to continue. And there's little doubt rather, why landlords are looking to sell up in very, very high numbers. Look at what's to come. Capital gains tax, which was around at 28% right now, would potentially go up to income tax rate with the different tax brackets. So it could go up to 45% even. They're looking to potentially introduce national insurance for landlords. There's a whole lot of scaremongering possibly even around the mini budget, but some of it obviously would be possibly coming true. We wouldn't really know the truth of it until the 30th of October. But either way, guys, how are you as a landlord coping? Are you really scared? Because I know that for the first time in my 14 years as a landlord, I'm actually quite scared. I'm nervous about what's to happen. We've created all these amazing HMOs, spent good money to create good quality accommodation. And here we are, built up a small, modest portfolio around the Southeast. And now we're thinking about exiting, but not quite sure where or how we can exit the HMO market. It's not going to be a straightforward one, so we need to look at how we can exit it. We do have obviously blocks of flats as well, which will be easier to exit, except that they're all in 5-year fixed, because you've had to fix your mortgages because of the uncertainty around mortgages going up and up and up. And so do you take the hit on the early redemption penalty, or do you sell the company possibly with the, porting the mortgage across to the new buyer? There's a lot of questions for landlords looking to potentially sell. So what are you doing? Guys, make sure you do nothing and don't live in isolation and just look at all the negative hype in the media. I think we need to be real, we need to be realistic, and we need to look at options. What are our options? And this is why you should be going and connecting with other landlords in business. And that's why we run a property event which has been going for over 8 years. At Titans, our next event is on Thursday, the 12th of September. We are going to be discussing the sort of landlord side of reforms, renters reform bill, which is coming up. We know is definitely happening within Labour, maybe with a slight twist from what the Conservatives had introduced, but failed to make it a law before they finished their term earlier on in 2024. So we want to discuss how that's going to affect landlords and what landlords can do, what are our options. And it's good to always brainstorm and see what positive we can take out of it and where we can move from here. So guys, don't miss this chance as a landlord, as someone who's possibly looking to get into property, to see whether is it a good time to get into property. There will be this huge surge of properties coming into the market, so possibly you could get some good deals if you can get a handle and a grip on all the compliance that's coming along as well, and whether Labour might take it one step too far. Obviously eviction of the tenants will become nigh on impossible. Looking to access your properties sometimes is also very difficult if the tenants can make it impossible for you, because legally I believe that if they don't give you permission, you're not allowed to enter your property. So whether that's to fix maintenance issues or just to do possibly quarterly inspections to make sure that they're not thrashing your property or growing cannabis or whatever else that they might be doing, it's making landlords' life hell. So guys, come in, discuss, share with other landlords, and more importantly, find out what everyone else is doing in your position. Book your tickets now for Thursday, the 12th of September. There's going to be a huge debate, a panel at the second half of the evening to talk about where do landlords go from now. I'm also in the same boat, guys, so I'm as keen as you guys. I will be on the panel alongside Romy as experienced landlords, and there'll be other experienced landlords on the panel. I know Ranjan has very kindly and generously agreed to be on the panel as well, who's got a lot of experience in managing or getting his properties managed through his own letting agency. So guys, book your tickets now, teamtitans.co.uk. It's more important now than ever before to be in the know, to know how politics can influence your property business and how you can make the most of this dire situation. Thank you for watching. We do weekly content on property each and every week to help you get further in your property business. So book now, guys. teamtitans.co.uk.